Very pleasant morning, students. We are continuing lesson number 5, Introduction to Excel 2013. Children, we have already studied that Excel is a spreadsheet program that is especially used to organize and analyze tabular form data. If we have a data that is need to be stored in tabular form, we prefer to use MS Excel. And also we have learned that how can we start Excel on our computer. Today we will discuss the basic component of MS Excel interface. As you can see, children, there are some basic component like name box, quick access toolbar, top bar is a title bar, active cell indicator, tab list, formula bar, bottom there is a status bar, sheet tabs, and also there is a horizontal scroll bar, and right side there is a vertical scroll bar. So one by one we will discuss each of the component. First we will discuss about file tab. Children, this tab is located in the left side in the tabs group and it is on the ribbon. It is especially used for some basic commands like new option, open, save as, print. New option is used when we open a new workbook, and we use open option when we have to open an existing file. Save and save as are used to save our content or save our content with a new name. If we want the information on a paper, we use print command, and close option is used when we have to close a workbook. And children, Excel also allow us to export the data from other software. So if we want to use the export option, we use file tab. The next is ribbon. What is a ribbon? Children, ribbon is located just below the title bar. It is a rectangular pane and it is a combination of tabs, groups and command. What is a tab? A tab is a collection of groups and each group has some commands in the form of button. So whenever we have to use any command, we will go to the particular tab, then we come to the particular group and we click on the buttons and we can use that option in our program. Next is name box. Name box is located left side in the just a formula bar and it displays the name of active cells, and if we have selected group of cells that are in sequence, then it shows the range of cells. Okay, and how it shows the name of active cell or cell address like A1, B1, B2. Here A is a column letter and 1 is a row. It shows that cell is located in A column and in a number 1 row. Status bar. At the bottom of the window there is a bar that is known as a status bar. Children, this bar displays the information about the sheet we are working. Okay, and suppose if a sheet has a more than one page, it also shows that we are working on a which page number. And if we want, we can also configure its settings. It means if you want to display some more information, we can do it. We can select also, we can deselect also option, but just right click on the status bar and select the option or deselect the options that are provided in the list. Workbook. Children, what is a workbook? Excel file known as a workbook or we can say book. And when we open a blank workbook, we see the default name will be book 1. And a workbook is a collection of many worksheets. And in 2013 version, children, new workbook contains only one sheet, that is a sheet 1. And you will see that right side of the sheet tab there is a plus sign. It allows us to add a new sheet in our workbook. And workbook file has extensions .xlsx. Worksheets. As I told you, a workbook is a collection of worksheets, and worksheet is the area where we enter our data, we format the data, we create graphs and charts. It is a grid of cells made up of rows and columns. And what is a row, children? Row is a horizontal series of cells, and every row is identified by a raw number. It starts from the number 1 and used to identify the row. And sometimes if we have to select the complete row, just we have to click on a raw number. And there are total 1048576 rows in a one sheet. And column is a vertical series of cells. Columns are named from A onwards, and there are 16384 columns in a sheet. And when we have to select the complete column, children, we will click on the column letter like A, B. The complete column we can select. Now, cell. It is the smallest unit of the sheet. It is an intersection of rows and column, children. And we identify the cell by its unique address, that is known as a cell address. As I told you, A3B24. A3 means the cell is in the column A and third number row. Cell pointer. When we click on any cell, we see that the cell gets highlighted with the cell boundary, and that cell boundary known as a cell pointer. It shows the active cell. What is the use of cell pointer, children? Whenever we type something, we press on a keyboard and typing, that content comes in the active cell. And also active cell address we can see in the name box. Next coming is a formula bar. As I told you, name box is located in the left side of the formula bar. So, the bar is used to display data or formula in the active cell. And also if you want, we can edit the data in the cell also with the help of formula bar. Children, very simple is that when you enter any formula, in that case your cell shows result and formula bar shows formula that are in the cell applied. But if you write normal numbers, simple text, then it shows the text we have typed. Fill handle. When we click on a cell, children, you will find out that at the lower right corner a small square appears, and it is a fill handler. If we place our mouse pointer to this fill handler and drag it, hold down the button of mouse and drag it, it used to copy the values. It also sometimes used to clear the data from row, column and cell. But it is especially used for filling the numbers in series, words. Zoom control. Zoom control is located in the right side, bottom right side, and it is used to change the magnifications of sheet, children. Minus sign decrease the magnification and plus sign increase the magnification of the view. Page view buttons. Just left side of zoom control there are some buttons. They are help to change the view. Normal view. Children, we works in the normal view. We enter the data, we format the data, we do our work in the normal view. Next is page layout view. Children, page layout view shows the data as we can get on a paper. What you see is what you get. Means whatever you are seeing on the screen, exactly same way data will come on our paper. Page break view. Children, when we are working in a sheet, sometimes we have a large amount of data that can cover up more than one page. So, may be possible a sheet can has a more than one page, and when our data is coming to more than one pages, how can we find out that how many pages are there and which content is on which page? So, we will use the page break views. Page break views shows the break between the two continuous pages, and also it shows the page number. So we can find out that what content is on page number 1 and what content is on page number 2 also. So this way page view button help us. Next, sheet tabs. Sheet tabs and sheet tab scroll buttons are related, children. Sheet tab is used to switch between the sheets. As I told you, a workbook is a collection of sheets. By default, there is a sheet 1. But as we click on a plus sign, we can add new sheets in our workbook. So if we want to go to the sheet 1, we click on the sheet tab 1. If we want to go to the sheet 2, we have to click on the sheet 2 tab. So every sheet tab is used to switch between the sheets. And each sheet is identified by the sheet name. When we right click on the sheet tab, children, we can rename also. Sheet tab scroll buttons. What is the use of this bar? Children, these buttons are located to the left side of sheet tabs. When we have many sheets in our workbook and we find out that all the sheets names are not coming, then what happens? Sheet tab scroll buttons works to show the sheets. Scroll bar. There are two scroll bars, horizontal and vertical. We use to move up and down in the sheet area and left and right to see the different areas of our sheets. Now, we will learn that how can we create a new blank workbook. So children, when we have to create a new blank workbook, we come to the file tab and we will select the option blank workbook. When we select the option blank workbook, we will get the Excel interface and it will be totally blank. We can do our work. Now another way to create a workbook is from templates. What is a template? Children, templates provide a sample workbook that are freely available offline also and online. Okay, online may be possible, some are free and some are payable. And sample workbooks have already filled content. So what is the use to just create our workbook? That we can edit the content and we can make our workbook. I am giving you some examples like billing statement is a template, blood pressure tracker, expenses report, sales report, personal monthly budget. These are the few templates we can use. And we can click on any template. Now see, if we click on the expenses report, we will get this type of Excel workbook that has a report also. That is, now we can edit this workbook according to our need. So this way we can create a workbook in a Excel. Our topics are over today, children. Please understand carefully. Thank you.